JJ, and thank you to all of you for making it here this evening. It's so wonderful to see folks actually getting out and being active. If there's something that we've got to do in all of Dallas County, but especially here in District 109, right? I do believe we are in that half of DeSoto for whatever crazy reason, is a part of 109 while the other half isn't. But it goes from Cedar Hill on the west all the way to Seagoville on the east, and then the southern border of Dallas County, and basically up to 20, right? So everything south of 20. So that's the whole district here. And since this district was made, it has been Democrat. It hasn't changed ever since. There's been some Republicans that have stepped up, tried to run against it, but haven't been able to get all the way, right? So for myself, the reason why I'm running, so I served in the Marine Corps for 10 years, served in the infantry. I served in both Iraq and Afghanistan in combat. I've trained 1,600 Marines and about 600 foreign military law enforcement in infantry tactics, techniques, and procedures. That was my expertise. So from when I joined in 2003, fresh out of high school, to when I got back, it was a totally different world. I couldn't believe the things that I was seeing going on in the media. I was in Fallujah in 2004. Y'all might remember that. Whenever Bush got reelected, we went in and did our job there, which was fantastic. I called home during one of our breaks that we got to come back to base from being out there, only to find out that all of the legacy media was lying about my platoon. And there was a reporter that was there with us who quit her job working for NPR because she was trying to tell our story, and all of her video and work that she did, however they do that, got edited and cut out to make it look like we were burying women and children in their front yards and putting a palm in the place. And the only news network that corrected them, and to their credit, was Fox News at that time. When I came home, that's what I found out. So knowing that was going on, I was still too young to know any better. But coming back, getting married, I now have 4 kids, happily married, met my wife out in California, and ended up seeing the light. We finally moved back out here to Texas. I was born and raised down in Galveston, and ended up moving up here. I had some family up here, so getting out of the military, trying to figure out new things. I made my way up here to be with family and be in this area. And that's where I started out my civilian life. And in that time, it was just absurd, the things that I saw. I didn't really know how to get involved in politics or how to really get it, but I do know what it's like not knowing based on an election whether I'm going to go this place or that place, whether I'm going to be shot at or I'm going to be sitting on a couch, right? And so seeing what all has happened over these last couple of years, there's been some highs, there's been some lows, there's been some good things happening, then some bad things, and 10 steps forward and 25 steps back. And so after trying to find people who would step up and do the job, after all this time, I finally felt, okay, I need to try to get involved. And I started running for the school board over here in Cedar Hill, trying to run for that. Out of all the school districts in the area that did need a bond, it was them, because they didn't have one for 20 years. School was falling apart. So I was in that interesting position of being a guy who wants the government out of education, but realizing, well, it's there, so we need to do something with it. We need to make it work, even though it's not the way we want it. And so I ran for that to try to do it. I do facilities management. That's what I do right now. I'm a consultant doing facilities management, taking care of places and making sure how to maintain them and get the greatest value out of those assets. And I help universities, governments, and different private entities to maintain their buildings. So I could see what the problem was, and I could see what needed to be done, and I knew what the cause of that problem was. And that cause was government. The government being involved in our schools is a pressure point that we all have been very sensitive to, have been very attentive to. And every time somebody tries to fix it, it just gets worse. And that's because we try to centralize everything down in Austin. Like anything down in Austin is going to make anything better, right? Now, going into this campaign and what is the 3 key factors that are kind of on my mind from the beginning. Number 1 is keep Texas strong. That's my slogan I'm going with. I am so tired of everybody talking about just how dismal and terrible everything is. Everybody who tries to say that our military can't handle the Chinese, you are out of your mind. We just proved it in Venezuela. Being able to understand that here in Texas, Texas is strong. We are fully strong. It is not because of our government. It is our people that makes us strong. And in order to keep Texas strong, we need to keep giving the power back to the people. Now, contrary to the other parties' claim to fame of, give the power to the people by giving more power to the government is how they like to do it. They'll do it at the local level, they'll do it at the state level, and they've been very good at it, very effective at it for the last 20, 30 years. Right? Certainly much longer than that before they were working on it, but more prominently over these last couple of years. So I want to change that. So to keep Texas strong, we've got to give the power back to the people, and that begins with number one, ending property taxes. If there was ever something that has sucked the power out of the people more than anything, it has been property taxes. And yes, there is a way to do it. I make a really bad habit of sticking too much time on that subject, so I'm going to move on from that. You can go to my website to see the details of it. It's willcampbellfortexas.com. All right, willcampbellfortexas.com. I got some things to hand out over here, some signs that you can get it with the QR code to go and check it out. I have it all broken down there. Please go and read it. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's, my math is right. I want everybody reading it. Check my math. You do it. I did it. You can do it too. So that's part one. The second part is making sure that we keep Texas first with all of our policies. Everything that we do and any legislation we pass has got to be oriented to making Texas first and fill in the blank. We got to be the number one most affordable state in the union to live in. Getting rid of property taxes is the first big step in doing that. Second big step in that is making it the number one business-friendly state. I want to look at all of our business law. I've tried to start 3 businesses in my time. One I started was an FFL. I had my own gun store over in Mansfield. That's where we started out, was in Arlington. And I was a FFL. I'm a licensed gunsmith as well. Started my business there. Fortunately, couldn't make it past that first year hump. Hey, lessons learned, right? I love that experience, every minute of it. I would do it again, and I'm trying to do it again, actually, to start up my next business. I started another business as a general contractor when I lost my job because of the lockdowns, right? And so started up that business, went really well, and then I got hired at the job I'm currently at. I know what it's like to start a business and try to get it going and try to be there. When you go to start up a business right now and you're a larger company with a lot of investment, we're looking at AI, looking at the technology that's coming. That's a part of my job as I look into AI and how it can be applied to facilities management. I do software development as well. I understand this technology. I know what we need to do to make it work here in Texas. So being able to have laws that make us compete with Delaware. Is there anybody here that's executive level or up at the management level of businesses, or anybody that's had experience with those types of folks or investing in businesses at all? Right? Delaware is the ideal state that everybody wants to establish a corporation in because they are very favorable to businesses in the structure of their business law. And so when I started up the corporation I created, and I was trying to make it into something bigger, but it started out as a GC firm, I did that because the way that you get investment, the way that you actually start putting shares out there and start doing IPO, all of that stuff is so simple to do in Delaware, and it favors business. Their court system favors business, and they understand it. I want to bring all of that here so that all those big companies, all these AI startups, all these new technology companies want to come and start their business here. The biggest thing deterring companies from wanting to establish in Texas, they all want to come here. We're seeing it happen now. They're just struggling through all of our crazy laws and paperwork and franchise taxes. They want to come here. We update our laws to be better than Delaware's. We're going to get everybody. They're going to have to move the stock market to Texas, right? So keeping Texas strong, making us stronger than we were before, bringing the power back to the people is a big part of that, and then making us the Texas first in everything we're doing. A big part of that is improving business, making it easier to do business, simplifying our taxes. We're paying 20 cents per gallon on taxes right now. Get rid of that. You end property taxes, you get rid of that as well, along with some of these other ones. It all balances out. Again, the math is on that. We don't have to have, we've got 27 different individual things, individual products being taxed as an excise tax. 20 cents per gallon. When you look at the price of gas out there, an additional 20 cents per gallon is put on there. As the gas continues to go down, that's going to be a bigger and bigger percentage of every gallon that you get. So get rid of that and just implement a flat sales tax. All right, and again, you can read on there what that looks like and how that works. So then just to kind of wrap up what I'm doing here, I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. There's other little things that we can do that make Texas stronger and better than any of the other states in the union, even though our people are already better than anywhere. And I've been to a lot of different places in this country. I've been all over the place in the world. I love my home state of Texas. I love my people. I love everybody that's here. I love being Texan. Anywhere you go, first question they'll ask, Texas? Oh yeah, I'm from Texas, man. And you go to Afghanistan, you go to Iraq, you go to Okinawa, go to the Philippines, Indonesia, anywhere you go, they will ask, are you from Texas? As soon as you say they're from Texas, it's a high five and they love you. We are the most well-known people on the face of the earth, right? It is a beautiful, beautiful thing, right? So I want us to keep that. I want us to be the most, and continue to be the most well-known all over the world by making sure businesses want to come here and do business with us, bring their jobs here, not using and abusing the H-1B visa programs, not abusing the immigration system, but doing it right. Doing it the way it's meant to be, to the benefit of Texas people first. And once the people here in Texas are taken care of, we've got 12% that are considered below the poverty line here in District 109 right now. Ending property taxes would save all of them between $1,800 and $2,000 a year. $1,800 and $2,000 a year. They're renting. That's how much the value of your rent is just in the property taxes that these folks are paying, right? Reinforcing various laws that affect the landowner relationship with the tenant, improving the quality of that so that we don't have to worry about squatters that are currently affecting a lot of people in the Dallas County area. So all of these things are things that we can do. These are things that we can actively promote, actively work on. In order to make that happen, we've got all these people here, all these candidates that are Republicans finally running and finally stepping up to the plate. We need your support. It's not just me, all right? I don't have somebody I'm primaried against or nothing. It's not just me. We all need to be supporting each other. So what I want to recommend everybody do is today, before you leave, from all of these candidates, get their Facebook pages, get their, if you guys do social media and all that, get on that, get on the website and share it. Send out a text to your closest friends, the people you know, with the information of everybody here, all right? And make sure people know that there are Republicans running and that these Republicans are fantastic. Every single one of these people are wonderful. I've been so happy to meet all of them. So I want to encourage everybody here tonight, step up, support all of these people. The simplest thing you can do is just share their information. Get it out there with the people that you know. And if you have the ability to contribute something. Give something to their campaign. It is just little old me right now doing this thing, and I'm trying to get help, and I need as much help as I can get to get the word out here, especially in DeSoto and Lancaster and all the way out to Seagoville. All these other candidates need help as well. So I encourage all of us to come together, to step up together for the people here of District 109, to get good policies down in Austin, to twist Austin's back and twist their arm to get them to do what they need to be doing for us. And most importantly, for them to also get out of our hair, right? So outside of that, guys, that's all I got. I do apologize if I talk too long, guys. But thank you so much. Again, Will Campbell for Texas.com for Texas District 109 for the House of Representatives. And I need your support. Thank you guys so much. Please contribute.